'Cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
What's up, Dolphins? Before I talk about this game, I'm going to send my heart out to Grant DeBose and his family after sustaining that horrifying head injury. It's a terrifying aspect of this game, and none of us love it, but it is something that comes with a contact sport like this, and it's very unfortunate. But on the plus side, from the Dolphins' most recent update, he has movement in all of his extremities, and initial tests are looking positive. So my heart goes out to him. I wish him a speedy recovery. Now, the Miami Dolphins fall to 6-8 after losing 20-12 to the Houston Texans, and have once again completely failed their test against a good team. The Dolphins I keep saying it, but they're the Toronto Maple Leafs of the NFL, and non-hockey fans won't really get that. But a team built on its offense that once push comes to shove, their offense completely disappears. Tua threw 4 interceptions in this game. 4. And yes, players are allowed to have a bad game. But when it's every time you play a good team, something is wrong here. And I'm not saying it's all on Tua. I'm not going to say it's all on the coach. This team is just not constructed right. Chris Grier has got to go, because he has been here for too long and has won nothing. Absolutely nothing in his time here. And I don't know what I should say about this team that hasn't been said before. It's just, they can't do it. This team needs to probably go through a full rebuild, but they likely won't. They're going to run it back. As much as it's going to hurt them in the future, they're going to run this back. The issue with that is they're in cap hell. Running it back will mean fielding a team worse than the one they have this year. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but if Tua was healthy, we have a losing record with Tua. So that is clearly not the answer. Honestly, I'm struggling to think of what to say about this team. I would love to be the fan I was last year that thinks that this team only needs minor fixes and they're going to be fine next year. But I'm tired of the same story over and over again and getting the same ending. How many times are we going to be Linus and think that Lucy's not going to move the football when you go to kick it? Like, how are people still fooled into believing in this team? And yes, I love this team. I'm not saying I don't love them. Like, I have not given up on being a fan of this team. I just want what's best for them. And what they're doing, spinning their tires, not actually accomplishing anything, is just so painful to watch. I don't know. It's been 5 years with Tua. and I believe 3 with Mike McDaniel. Clearly, this system with the 2 of them isn't working out. I know McDaniel unlocked Tua, basically, which is spot throwing, which can work. It works against bad defenses. Like, it worked really well against the Raiders. They didn't know what the hell to do. But when a good team, like the Texans, studies your film for a week, they're going to know where you're going to throw the ball every single time. Why do you think Tua was picked off 4 times? Why do you think Buffalo picks off Tua so many times? It's because once you watch enough film on this offense, you know exactly where that ball is going. And it's not a system that's going to win you playoff games and Super Bowls. So they've compensated by throwing checkdowns and bubble screens most of the season, which will get you yards, will occasionally get you into the end zone, get you into field goal range. It's not going to get you enough points to beat these good teams. So what they need to do is completely rework the offense. Forget about this spot throwing you can do it from time to time, but it should not be your entire offense. If you're going to run this back, which, like I said, they're probably going to, with a worse team, which, yeah. But if you're going to run this back, you need a complete rework of the offensive playbook. And I'd say getting rid of a expensive piece of the offense, I don't care who, pick your poison, and reallocating that money to not only replacing the player with someone that's going to be less talented, but reallocating that money towards the O-line or defense might help balance this team out a bit more. And my cat's being whiny. And get this team into a position to actually win games in the future. I've been saying that this team is not good as constructed. And personally, I don't think this can be fixed by keeping the core. But I would love to be proven wrong. There is no one that is going to be happier on this planet if the Dolphins win a Super Bowl than me. I haven't seen a playoff game, much less the Super Bowl. Believe me, I'd be running screaming through the streets. So, Stephen Ross, if you think this is still going to work, prove it. Actually have your money allocated more evenly throughout the team. Get an O-line, and we'll see where it goes, because we all know you're not blowing this up yet. So, oh yeah, there's 3 games left in the season. The next game is against the San Francisco 49ers, who also have nothing to play for. So, we'll see what happens there. It's at home, at least. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. Blessed be, fins up.